social media here, TikTok, Instagram. I've been working on this Bane for like a week now, maybe 2 weeks. It's probably the longest project I've had, so I usually pump stuff out pretty fast. I usually don't take a lot of time because I like to see stuff put together. Like, I don't like to see it in pieces. But yeah, I've been working on this Bane. I think it's coming together pretty sick. I'm not going to call it done because I still want to go in and do some paint touch-ups and add some color to these buttons and stuff like that. But I really do like how this came out. I bought the McFarlane Bane. If you've seen it, you did, hopefully. I bought the McFarlane Bane. I took the head, I took the vest, the tank. I took this piece off of his arm. And I used the Storm Alex body. I had already had a Bane on this body, so it was easy enough to make. I took the belt as well. Oh, the boots as well. I don't know how I forgot about the boots. But I took all of that from that figure. I dremelled out the boots. I trimmed and cut the harness here to make it fit this body. The head fit on pretty good. I just used hot glue to make it even more. I made it more solid and I raised it up just a little bit. This was just super glue. I cut it off. I glued it on. These are 3D printed gauntlets. I love how these gauntlets look versus what I had on here. What I had on here was some Mod Podge shit. This is dope. Shout out to my guy on Instagram, Moonglade Forge. He sculpted these and I think they work sick on this body, so that works out. But yeah, I like how this came out. Articulation is pretty basic. This is not the most articulated figure, the base figure, but it is really good for what it is. It's a Storm Collectibles body, so if you collected those or messed with those, you know what you're getting. I do really like how this looks, though. Like, these boots, once I saw my homie Podong, I put his picture up. Once I saw Podong post his, I was like, okay, I gotta do it. I told him, I was like, I'm stealing this. And it took me a couple of weeks to find the Bane because I couldn't find it for the right price. But I ended up finding it on Amazon. It popped up for like, I think I paid $51 and I canceled it and I bought it because it popped up for regular price, which is $40. But yeah, it took me, like I said, 2 weeks to find the Bane. Glad I found it finally because I had some people contacting me, but they weren't like coming through. So finally found the Bane. I was able to strip it for what I needed and it just worked out. It really worked out because I really like this a lot. I like this a lot more than I did before. It's really big too. Like, here's the HasLab Morgue next to him. He's huge. Let me put this Golden Age. It's the only Batman I have close. Here he is next to a Mezco Batman. So I think that's awesome. And then next to a Mafex. I don't have a Mafex Batman, but pretty much it's the same body. So it's gonna look good next to the Mafex though too. And he's not too big because I have the Storm Collectibles Bane and that thing is huge. That thing is really big. So it's like, it's kind of weird having a Storm Bane and not a Batman Storm figure to go with it, but we're here now. This one though, I think is a good representation of Bane. For me, it's a few different iterations of Bane. It's not just one type of look because I do like the animated style Bane. I like the whole leather outfit with the choker collar. I like that one. I like the Arkham style Bane. I like the Telltale style Bane. It's a few different versions of Bane. I do want to get some cloth pants though, because Podong his is all black. I didn't want to do exactly what he did. So I left the green pants from Alex and I want to get I had some army pants, but they didn't work out. They were too tight, and every time I articulated, say the pants are on this figure now and I did that, I went up like that, it'll pull down and you'll see the green. So I just wasn't feeling it. But hopefully I can find some stretchy ones and make this thing complete. I really love how this came out. I just cannot get over how good this came out. Like, it's so stellar to me. Like, I already liked it. And I feel like the additions I made really knock it out the park. He does have extra hands, but I've had people try to like tell me what to do with the hands and they don't understand. So let me break it down. This hand right here and the hands on the body. So what happened initially was I tried to dye these legs black. This being a softer plastic, the dye wouldn't take to it. Like, they were darker than this, but the dye bleeds out eventually. Which is what I try to tell people when they tell me about dyeing figures. I've dyed my share of figures. I've done it all the ways people have said, and it just does not work, especially for softer plastics. Harder plastics, it might be different, but these softer plastics, it just does not work. The hands start off blue, and I paint I might have painted these too. I might have, because like I said, the dye wasn't working out. I painted these black, but what happens is, so the fingers were like a charcoal gray looking color. I painted flesh tone over it, but the dye bleeds through. It'll bleed through the paint, no matter how many layers, no matter what top coat. I've tried it all. I'm pretty sure someone knows a solution, but from my experience, what I've done, it's not working. I've done all the top coats. I did Mod Podge. I did Mr. Clear. I did 2x Clear. I did Krylon. I did whatever other clears out there. I've tried them all, and it just still bleeds. So the hands are going to be darker. I don't really want to swap the hands unless I can find another Alex and paint them, but the Alex figure just shot up in price. But yeah, it's going to bleed. So I have extra hands, but they're all like different colors. Here's what they used to look like, actually. It's perfect. I found it. It looked like a zombie, which is dope if I was going for a zombie, but I'm not. It's really like a palish, if it'll focus. It's like a palish color, and that's what happens. So painted flesh tone on top of this is going to turn into like this brownish color. Brownish, palish color looking. And I painted these. I thought I dyed them black, but I didn't. I painted them. But yeah, that's what they look like. This is what I painted it to. That's just what it's going to be. I don't mind it at all. I thought about painting it all black, but I'm pretty sure it's going to bleed anyway, so I'm not. I'm going to just leave it how it is. Bane will just have dirty hands, and you'll have to get over it. But yeah, I love this figure. Like, look at this. It just came out next level. And I did paint this. If you can see in there, there's a green vein. There's one on that side too. I painted the neck black too to match, like, look like the mask was pulled over his neck. But I painted the base body. That's why I put the shirt on it too. So I painted the base body a darker color, and it peeled on the soft plastic, and it peeled on the soft plastic, and the arms, like, they would get dirty. Like, it was weird. So I just threw the shirt on it. But yeah, painted the lower body. That's why I put the full shirt. I would have did the tank top, but everybody was at the time. So at the time when I made this, everybody and their mom was making a Bane, and they were using this Alex body. A lot of people were using a Hulk Hogan body, but a lot of people were using Bane. Alex. And a lot of people were doing a tank top. So I just wanted to switch mine up. I really got inspired by the Telltale Bane and the Arkham Bane. So that's where a lot of it really comes from. But there are the boots. The reason I want to put pants on it too is because I don't really like. I could go in and paint that black. I might, just to make it like not so ugly. But I want to get pants just so it matches up with the boots. But I like this a lot. I cut the peg off. These don't rotate. This is glued on. So all the rotation I have to come from the thigh, which it gets a pretty good amount of it. The worst part of articulation would be the legs, and that's because of the diaper. McFarlane does the same thing. They'll do the diaper, and you won't get the full range of motion. So that's about as high up, and that's about as far as a knee bend. Do get new articulation for the ankles because of the boots. So you get that far down, that far up, and you actually get a toe with this too. So it's pretty sick. Same thing on the shirt. Nothing's hindered because of the shirt. I really like the shirt. I got it from eBay. But the shirt goes up. You still get the basic bend that Alex would do anyway, because the figure's a brick, but it's good for its size. And then you get the out. Only thing it won't do is 360, but you still get that far up. And then the waist is in there too. So everything's still there. You get all the crunch and all of that. All that goodness. That's why I like this one more than the McFarlane. People kept telling me, when I put this on TikTok, people were like, oh, you should just customize the McFarlane one. It looks better, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, people don't understand, especially on TikTok. It's such a nameless, faceless place, just like YouTube. YouTube, anybody can find your video from anywhere. TikTok is even worse. So people think they know the answer. They think they can speak on it and it'll just be what it is. They don't understand that there's a thought process behind things. So like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this Bane figure that I made. I really like this figure. And I'm out.